love the Bible and how personal it is. I think we all dream of encountering Christ. And some of my favorite stories are of Christ's encounters with people. There are 3 women in the Bible that had 3 very different encounters with Christ, and I think we have so much to learn from them. The first woman I want to introduce you to is in John 8. This woman was brought to Jesus by the religious leaders. She had been caught in adultery, and they drug her to his feet. They were trying to trap Jesus, stating that the law of Moses said they could stone her, that she deserved death. And he agreed and stated, "The sinless one among you, go first. Throw the first stone." Well, they all walked away. She was brought before Jesus in her guilt, and what Jesus extended to her was mercy. He did not give her what she did deserve, which was death. He asked, "Is there no one left to condemn you? Go and sin no more." She came to the encounter with guilt, and she left the encounter with mercy, not getting what she deserved. The second woman we find in John 4. This woman encountered Jesus because he approached her. He came to her at the well. Now, she was at the well to draw water in the heat of the day, and we learn that this woman was living with a man, and she had had 5 husbands before him. She was most likely there at the well at a time of the day when no one else was, due to her shame. Christ knew of her situation. Here she is with all her shame, and Jesus extends to her grace. He gave her something she didn't deserve. We know she believed in him and ran back to the village stating, "Come and see this man. He's told me everything that I ever did. Could this be the Messiah?" Later we learn that many of the Samaritans from her town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. "He told me everything I ever did." He gave her grace, and she was able to tell of it. She came to this encounter with Christ with shame, and she left the encounter with grace, getting something she didn't deserve. The third woman we find in Luke 7:36. Christ is invited to have dinner at the home of a Pharisee, and a woman who is described as having lived a very sinful life. Some translations refer to her as the town harlot, came and sat at Jesus' feet, weeping and washing his feet with her tears and wiping them with her hair. The Pharisees judged Jesus for allowing her to touch him. Jesus, knowing the Pharisees' thought and knowing the woman's lifestyle, confronted the Pharisee with a parable about forgiveness. This woman approached Christ, and all she had to bring him was her sin. But Christ saw her faith and offered her forgiveness. She came to the encounter full of sin, and she left forgiven. I don't know where you are in life, whether you carry heavy guilt or shame, or if you're living in sin. What I do know is what we can learn from these 3 women, that the place to be, to find mercy and receive grace and forgiveness, is to be at the feet of Christ. I encourage you to approach him, to find the freedom that these women found in their encounters with him. I love to encourage the hearts of women and help them to find healthy living that God has designed for them. Thank you for listening to me share of Christ and the encounters with these women, and I would love to help you encounter Christ if you choose to. Thank you.